which I usually do, so then I know which code is which, and then I can cut them off later. So obviously I cut the names off of them so the kids wouldn't know which one it was until after they scanned it. So when I scan this one over here, it's going to say hand wheel, and that's all that's going to show up when I scan it. So if you wanted to test one of those, you can see. Okay, some other things in my classroom that I've done, like books that are related to my topic, or even just I like to keep books in my middle school classroom for my students because I think it's important to encourage them to read at any level. I put QR codes on this one. It is linked to an interview with the author. So you could, just any YouTube video you could link it to. So that's an interview with the author. This one is a lower level book, but some of my students read at 4th grade level, 3rd grade level, even lower sometimes. So this QR code is linked to an audiobook that I pulled off of YouTube. They could get in here, maybe they're struggling with it, maybe it's even, I find an audiobook for any of these and online, and I link that to here so that they don't have to feel uncomfortable when they want to read their favorite book. Okay? And they can just use their headphones and their device and read that. These two are just QR codes linked to movie trailers because they're two popular books that have come out with movies recently. Maybe I can say, hey, are you interested in this book? Like the movie, I know there's a movie coming out. Maybe you want to read the book before you go watch the movie, or maybe did you watch that movie? You could go watch the movie. Maybe it'll encourage you to read the book, kind of thing. And then this one is a QR code. This is Green Eggs and Ham. It's a kid's book, but for us FACS teachers, a child development type activity. Maybe we have the kids act out a story, read a story, and record themselves reading the story. Read it with little kids. There's lots of different ways to incorporate those, make YouTube videos on our own, and then play those back for little kids. Or maybe you have little kids in your classroom sometimes for any number of reasons. We have a lot of kids in our classroom sometimes. Oops, I have other things to show you first. Okay, this one was not my idea. I got it from someone else. But these are QR codes that have been cut in half, but you could put information on the top, information on the bottom. Maybe they're compare and contrast. Two things that have something similar. So you could copy and paste these, put these into a Word document, type something above, type something below. These are compound words, so this is a very simple idea. I didn't like make my own on this yet. But like when I scan this, for example, so this is toothpick. When I find the right answer and I scan this, a picture of a toothpick is going to come up because that's what I've linked to this QR code. But maybe I have two things that have something in common, and then when I scan it, it's linked to a website with more information about those items. Okay, so you can look at those if you want. This is how my things that I made for you guys, so that you have my QR codes with my presentation link. This is how it originally comes out. I have the information below, so this was the link to the presentation originally, and I printed out with a bunch of them on one page. And what I did was I just deleted that link, and I input the information for each one. So I put the title, my name, my email address in case you had further questions after this and you wanted to get a hold of me, and my classroom website. I just copied and pasted that 12 times on here and then printed that afterwards. So it took me 2 minutes, not even, to do this after I made these codes. So this was the before and the after of how I made that, and then just cut them apart. You could do, I made myself a business card QR code, so when you scan this, you get my name, my email address, my classroom phone number, and my website. So I could put this on my syllabus and send it home to parents. I could put it outside my classroom door. I could hand it out when I'm talking to anyone and say, here, contact me. Or maybe I'm talking to someone, I say, here, scan this. It's so much easier than having them write out all your information or sit there and input it, because when you scan this, it automatically shows up in their phone. All they have to do is click on the number and say save instead of like type in all that information. It's really quick. Here's a link to a YouTube video that I made for my classroom. You can just like put all kinds of stuff in here. This is the start of a scavenger hunt. So when you scan this, this is what shows up. So this like cereal aisle, find Honey Nut Cheerios or regular Cheerios, which one is higher in dietary fiber? So examples of questions that you could do, you could do this for history, you could do it for anything. It doesn't matter what the questions are, you would just ask them whatever. You could do compare and contrast, you could do, that's basically some of the same stuff. This is an example for history, but what's really cool about this is the answer key for this. This was someone else's idea as well, I just printed it. They have 2 pieces of information when you scan the code. The first one is like baseball or canoeing or swimming or tennis. And the second one is a piece of information, which is a clue. Okay, so the first thing you would do is scan it, you'd read it, and you'd find your group that you fit into. The first group is like summer sports, and the second one is like winter sports, and one of them, it's just different groups. So first the kids would have to scan it, figure out which group they belong to. That would be the group of kids that they have to work with. And then they'd have to figure out what their clues mean. So their 4 clues would lead them to a famous American person. So I thought that was pretty cool. These are 3 clues that lead them to an answer, and then they would like draw a picture of that, or you could have them write a sentence about it, or do whatever. So this is like an elementary example, but you could do this at any grade level with 3 higher level hints or whatever. Okay. All right, perfect. Oh, and this is one example that I didn't do, but someone made an pictograph, is that what they're called? Pictograph, and they inserted a QR code at the bottom. And so this is an information page, and then they put the QR code. So this would be like how you make a syllabus or pictograph, and then put all that information on there, just including it in a bigger picture, not just standing by itself. So now that we know all the cool ways that we can use them, how do we make them? So the easiest way that I've found to make them is right inside of Google Drive. There's a million other places that you can make them. Just Google QR code generator online, and it'll walk you through making them. There's ways that you can put, like she talked about making an audio one or picture one. There's so many cool things you can do with them. This one is basic. You can do text or links or whatever. So this is just a good place to start. Once you get into it, explore. There's a ton of different ways. And this lady, Reimer's Resources, she's the one that had those other ideas that were not mine. That's where I got those other ones. She has tons of stuff on her page. So check out her page. She has tons of stuff on there that you could definitely use for all different topics and age groups. Okay, so let's try this out. Everyone needs to get logged into Google Docs. If you're not, I'm not sure if you can do it on there. I've not tried.
Oh, to log into Google Docs?
No, I mean to make a QR code.
On a tablet?
Yeah.
Generally, yeah.
You can? Okay. Good. I'm not sure if you could. Haven't tried it on there. What's that?
I'm not seeing some things you're showing already on this.
You're not seeing some things on there? Oh, yep, you go to your drive, and then you would, that's okay. It's ahead of you. Okay, so then you would probably click right here, I believe. Oh, right here, so the plus, and then you're gonna want a new sheet. There you go. Okay, so once you're in your drive, does anyone need help getting into Drive? Or logging into Google? Once you get into Google, get into your Drive. Then you're going to click on New, and a new Google Sheet is what you want. You're good?
No.
Oh, okay. You're going to go.
Here.
Yeah, maybe. Let's try that. Nope, not that. Click that. See what happens. Yeah. You want to get to your Drive.
Lasting.
Can you scroll down a little bit on there? Yeah, how did you?
Well, I downloaded my Drive.
Oh, you downloaded Drive?
I think it's been a while, but you have to have the computer Drive search.
just Google, search Google Drive,
I have to download the Google Sheet.
and then you might have to download Google Sheets. If you wanna like work on that, that would be great.
I'm just following your
Okay,
directions.
you're good? So?
Yeah.
Everyone good at this point? Awesome. Okay, so once you're in your drive, you've got your new Google Sheet open. There's a couple of steps you have to do that you will never have to repeat again. So this is like the kind of like busy work stuff that you won't have to do again. Okay, inside your Google Sheet, you need to get the QR code add-on by going to the top add-ons bar. Okay, so it'll say just right across the top inside of Google, so not like outside here, it'll say add-ons and get add-ons. So right here, add-ons, get add-ons. Are you good over here?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, okay, but you're in your Google and everything. Awesome, and then in this search bar is where you're gonna go next. So you're in the right spot. Awesome.
I've got it.
You're good. Okay, your add-ons and you got the add-on already? You're ahead of the game. Awesome. You're good. Okay.
You want this viewed, am I right?
Yeah, go down.
Yep.
Yep. Scroll down and it'll say, yep, keep going. Allow.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll have to allow it if you're ahead of the game. It'll ask you some questions. You scroll to the bottom of that and say allow. A lot of people get it at this point.
So we're on the sheets.
You got it?
Yeah, I've got the sheets open now.
Okay. So then, yeah, create. And you can just call it QR codes.
Do you have to be in Sheets to do it?
Yes, in Sheets.
Why is that?
Because that's where you generate them.
Oh,
Each cell creates its own QR code.
gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so then it's type next.
Okay. So once you have that point, inside that little search bar that popped up, if you haven't done that yet, you'll type in QR code generator, and then this little thing will pop up. It'll look like that, and there'll be this little green box that says manage, or some people have said something a little bit different, like add or something like that. But you just click on that and say use in this document, and then you can close out of that once it says that.
Wait.
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Yep,
I've
okay.
got I have an Excel spreadsheet of
Yep.
parents, right?
Mhm.
And then,
Okay, so now this is where things might get a little interesting. Let's see. Is there add-ons?
there was a plus sign now.
Was there? Okay, yeah, let's click that.
Sheet two.
Oh, yeah, we don't want that. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get add-ons in here. At least if you see.
Because you're not doing it your time. What you need to do is turn off your tablet.
Yeah, it's, yeah, it might not be able to do the add-ons on here. Right, but when you do your laptop, these steps are pretty good, pretty simple, and you can, walks through every single step, so you've got it.
Thank
Okay,
you. Yeah,
yep.
we're moving.
Okay, use in this document, once you've got that, okay, go ahead and like close that out, go back into your sheet that you already have created. You won't need to repeat those steps again, you're done, whoop whoop, yay. Okay, then you're gonna click on add-ons again, and this time you'll see QR code generator in the list, okay? So, like I already had Fubaru as an add-on, now I have QR code generator in my list, and you'll just hover over it and click on start, okay? So everyone go ahead and do that. Hover over it, click start. Once you do that, these options are gonna show up on the right side of your page. You'll have the option to choose the size for your QR codes. You can go ahead and choose a size, whatever size you want. The ones that I gave you that had my, my presentation link, that's like the small size. And the ones that were for my bulletin board for the sewing, that's the large size. I haven't done extra large, so I'm not sure how big that will be. I think there's an extra large size on there, I'm not sure. But they like range, so whatever you're gonna do with it, that would depend what you're gonna wanna choose. If you make it and then you copy and paste